Hello there, my crafty friends. This is Angie. You are watching Tutu's Crafty Creations. I am starting this video off different because I have some cool new products that I wanted to share with you. And the materials that I'll be using for this video are there's kind of a lot of them, so it's going to be a little bit of a process to get this project completed. So I will be sure to cut out the parts that I feel, aren't necessary for you guys to watch. So let me go ahead and start by just showing you what I have here that we are going to work with today. So I have this cute, adorable Christmas house from the Dollar Tree. I have two of these beware signs that are also from the Dollar Tree that I will be using pieces of some paint stirring sticks and use them to adhere the two of these signs together using staples, most likely is what my plan is. And then I will be using this brown craft paper to cover up the back of it. And if those paint and stirring sticks don't work with the staple gun, then I will be using these tongue depressor big craft sticks, or possibly the littler ones, not the mini ones, but I'm not sure yet. So obviously we'll see. I haven't done this yet. And I will be using some stencils, and with my stencils I will be using these cool Arteza pen set paint markers. I am so excited. Arteza had a deal, and I did that pay as you go thing where you make 4 payments. So I was like, yes, awesome. I am so ordering those. And then I also ordered the 60 count acrylic paints. So I am so freaking super excited to get this project started. So let me go ahead and hurry up and finish telling you about this stuff. So I have some berry picks that are from the Dollar Tree, I do believe. Yes, they are. And I have a piece of that, the long garland wire from the Dollar Tree that I'm going to be using as a wreath. And I have this cute little truck with a tree in the back of it. And I will be disassembling this ornament that I picked up from Dollar General. And I'm not sure if I will be using all of the pieces. I know I will not be using that. And then I'm not quite sure how I plan on hanging this yet. I could use some red ribbon. I could use some of this gingham plaid checkered ribbon, or I could even use some jute wire. And that, if I decide to go with the jute wire, well, either way, I'm going to have to use a drill to make holes, because I'm going to make the holes at the top versus on the side. So I will be using some wood patch also to cover that up. And then I will be using some of this plaster Waverly chalk paint. I'm going to water it down a little bit because it's a little bit thick, and if you're not careful, it'll clump up on you, and I don't like when it does that. So I'm going to water it down a little bit. And then I will be using some of the Waverly antique wax that I also found. I'm so excited for that. And then for the to adhere everything together, like for instance the truck and the wreath, I will be using some Rapid Fuse by DAP, and then some woodworking glue from the Dollar Tree. So hope y'all are having a great day. I hope y'all are liking the way that I did this video today, and let's go ahead and jump on into this. All right, so we will start off with filling these holes with the wood patch. Fill the holes on the house, fill the 4 holes on these beware signs. Set them aside to let them dry, and start off with the house. Get my green trees started. And just work my way around. These Arteza paint pens, paint markers are wonderful. I love the fact that they have that sharp edge tip or sharp tip fine tip and then a more of a blunt tip, thicker tip. So you can get into small cracks or big areas. And then go along, start with the frames of the windows. Making sure just to stay on the top of that and not go into the snow. Get them all done. Get down to the edge of the house. And looking good so far. Very pleased with these markers. Here I am doing a metallic silver for the kick plate of the door. Gotta make it look realistic, all right? Most doors have kick plates. Or a lot of doors do anyhow. And then I am painting the door itself. A nice steel color. Actually, I think that's called elephant. And then I take my white paint marker and proceed to do all of the snow. But if I had done this or was going to do this over again, I would have used the Arteza paint versus the paint marker because it went through a lot of that paint in that pen. And I didn't even finish the top yet because I had to wait for the wood patch to dry. And then we are going to move on to some yellow to fill in these windows. Make it look as if there's light on inside the house. I thought I deleted these parts of that where I was shaking the pen, so my apologies. And my apologies because this is a long video. I did cut down a lot of this video, but you please feel free to go ahead and fast forward to the end so that you can see the final reveal. However, I mean, I did cut out a lot, but I know you'll see if you continue to watch through. If you fast forward, you know, do what you wish. But I am very pleased with the way that this project turned out. It was very time consuming, but well worth it. All right, so I will move on here to coloring the Christmas lights around the house. Just deciding which colors I want to go with. And I go with the standard colors, red, green, orange, and blue. Color all the little lights in. Being very careful not to go outside the lines. Cute. I was talking through this video, but then once I realized that I had to cut out a lot, I mean a lot of this video, I'm doing my voiceover, so these pens are just wonderful. So cute, so cute. And then I am using some of the Arteza acrylic paint here to paint that top part of the house. And it's some sort of sienna color, so it matched the paint marker color very well. That bottom color is like a ocha something or other. If you guys have Arteza pens, then you'll know what color that is. I don't quite have it on me right now, so I'm going by memory. And there we go. She's looking so cute. Okay, so here we are, sanding off that wood patch, make it nice and smooth. We will glue these two together with some of that DAP Rapid Fuse, and then also use that for the tongue depressors, which don't stay very well, as you'll see right here. Oh yeah, see, flip right off. So I do go ahead and put some of my Waverly chalk paint jars on it to help hold it together. And then once it's all secure, I go through and take my brown paper and adhere it to the back so that this is more of a complete project. And then I put way too much wood filler on this part, but I was able to get it nice and sanded, so it's nice and smooth. You can't see it in the final reveal. Get that hole in the house sanded up so I can get that part finished painted. And at this point when I was doing this, I didn't even think to use the acrylic paint, so I just went ahead and used my marker for this. You see as I'm shaking it, where's the paint? Where's the paint? Come out of there. Yeah, should have used my paint, the acrylic paint, instead of the markers, but trial and error. We live and we learn, right? That's the name of the game with some of these crafts. Okay, get these last little few touches of the green. Gotta do my bow. A cute little red bow on the wreath on the door. Super adorable. What do you guys think so far? I know this is a bit into the video, but I'm hoping that you're liking it. Super cute. Okay, just got these little pieces and on to the truck. This little red truck turned out so adorable. Taking that silver and doing the hubcaps, and then I'll move on to my tires with some black. I think that's Mars black. Tires all nice and good. Get the front bumper of the truck, get the back bumper of it, and get the little side step that you step on. Make those all the silver with the hubcaps. And then I'm going to take some brown here and color in the rack on the back of the truck, or the sidewalls, or rack, I guess, sidewalls. What do you call those? So get that painted up. Fill that top part in. These pens are so much easier for these little pieces to paint. And then get the red and finish coloring in, painting in. It's paint, it's not coloring. Paint the rest of the truck. There's a little headlight right there. And finish that red off. Get my Christmas tree colored painted green. And then I'm going to go through and put some snow on the truck and the tree. Pardon me. It's so fun making this just the way I want it. Just as cute and realistic looking, and these markers just helped so much. It would have been so much harder with just using paint, which I have done. Look at how cute. You can see all the detail on that. So excited. All right, and then this piece here, oh my God, was such a struggle. It took me a good probably 30 minutes or so to get this apart. I had to walk away and come back, and yeah, it was probably longer than 30 minutes. Whip out my heat gun, get that glue melted up. So it's easier to separate. Take my X-Acto blade to it. See the broken pieces up there, you guys? Just rip those off. Well, I finally got them all apart. That one broke, but that's okay. As I glue it on the board, you'll see it doesn't really matter. So I'm taking some sandpaper and sanding the heck out of this, because as I said, I did put way too much on there. But I smooth it out, nice and neat, nice and smooth, I should say. And then move on to the paint, where I said I was going to add some water in to make this a little less thick, because I don't like how it clumps up if you've got too much in one area and you don't work with it fast enough, it clumps up and it sticks, and I don't know. I just don't like the way that is with large areas using chalk paint. So this time I decided to go ahead and water it down some. And for me, I liked the way that the water Waverly paint turned out. Right mixture of it for me anyway. So I just continue to go ahead and paint this whole piece, the sides. Make sure to get all the sides on the top, the bottom, and the sides. And I did give this 2 coats, because as you can see the wood filler coming through, and that's that Antique and Waverly wax that I use with my little stencil brush, and just went all the way across along the whole thing and made it so it was more kind of rustic looking, I suppose. And there I was just seeing where I wanted these little pieces to go, and I am now painting them. This little lamppost I did in that elephant gray, and then I did these trees in 2 different colors, like a forest green and a lime green or something. I don't know, I forgot what it is. But I also made sure that I got the little pieces where I cut them off where they were attached to that circle, because otherwise it would have been a bare wood. So I was sure to get those pieces. Just get this little guy all painted up, and all these little cracks and crevices. Too cute. And then we're gonna move on to Mr. Snowman. That little ball on the top of that guy, I made white. I think this is brown for his stick. Or did I use black? I don't remember. Then I used the grayish color for the shovel part. Right there. Just like that. And then I proceed to go on to his hat with some more of that Mars black. And then go on. Here's where I got smart, and I whipped out my titanium white, I think it's called, with the Arteza acrylic paint, and went through and painted the rest of my snowman. And then back to the markers for the red for his scarf. And he's just about finished. So cute. And now it is time to attach everything. Thank you guys so much for bearing through this with me. I know it was a long process, but this was a huge project. I really think it's adorable. And there I am using some of the wood glue to adhere all of these wood pieces to my sign. Mr. Truck there, Mr. House here, all these other pieces I've glued on. I cut that out for you. And here I had to press because this was not laying flat with the board. So I then take some more of my Waverly chalk paint bottles and weigh it down until it dries, so it doesn't lift off the board. And then I move on to doing the stenciling. Make sure that my little wreath is about the same height, nice ratio for the home. And then I move on to putting some little berries on the wreath. And I have a cat sitting here next to me who's scratching himself. Sorry, guys. Little jingle bells. I guess it's kind of Christmassy, huh? All right, and so then here I am just cleaning up the lines. So, because it did bleed through a little bit, so I just want to make sure it's nice and clean. And then I take some of that plaster once I get all my lines cleaned up, and I put some on my trees to make it look snowy, like the snow fell on it. So adorbs, so adorbs. And some little plaster on this tree. Make use of that paint while I have it out there. Waste not, want not. All right, and then we are going to move on to the next part, the holidays. And then I am taking the black artisan marker here and paint marker and coloring in for the home for the holidays. And I'm blowing on that to dry it off so that I don't smudge it when I'm putting my next letter on here. Get that E where I want it. I'm using the end of my X-Acto knife to help press down on the sticker sheet. And then I'm going to marker it, paint it, take that off, and voila. I did, however, get a little, it did bleed, so I gotta, again, get my paint marker and fix that little bleeded area. And then, you guys, here we are. We're gonna take some of that wired jute, and we are all finished. Thank you guys if you made it through this whole video with me. If you are a current subscriber, thank you so much. If you have not subscribed yet, please do. Hit that little bell next to the subscribe button. You will get notified each and every time I upload new videos. Be sure to share and like this video. And you guys take care and happy holidays. See you in my next video.